Welcome to ACT Notes Tutorials. My name is Shelley, and I am going to give you a quick tutorial on the acquisition strategy. A key document in the defense acquisition process. What is an acquisition strategy? An acquisition strategy is a comprehensive plan that identifies and describes the acquisition approach that program management will follow to manage program risks and meet program objectives. The acquisition strategy guides program execution across the entire program life cycle and is updated at every major milestone and review. It is reviewed and approved by the Milestone Decision Authority at Milestone A and the Development RFP decision point in the defense acquisition process. The acquisition strategy is then updated for approval at Milestone B, Milestone C, and the full rate production decision review. What is the acquisition strategy definition? According to the Defense Acquisition Guide, the acquisition strategy is a comprehensive, integrated plan developed as part of acquisition planning activities. It describes the business, technical, and support strategies to manage program risks and meet program objectives. The strategy guides acquisition program execution across the entire program or system life cycle. It defines the relationship between the acquisition phases and work efforts, and key program events such as decision points, reviews, contract awards, test activities, production lot, delivery quantities, and operational deployment objectives. The strategy evolves over time and should continuously reflect the current status and desired endpoint of the program. What are the main elements of the acquisition strategy? The first element is business strategy. Address the main contracting approach, including contract types, how the competition will be sought, promoted, and sustained, source selection procedures, provisions, and sources, product support considerations, and leasing arrangements. The second element is the contracting strategy. Explain to the extent necessary, provide the analysis and rationale for the contracting strategy. Justify the use of fixed price or cost plus vehicles. The third element is major contracts. Identify the number and type of contracts, deliverable items, options, exit criteria, contracting plan, competitive versus sole source and future down select options, along with any other considerations. The fourth element is incentives. For each major contract, describe the contract incentives in detail. State how contract incentives are going to be employed to achieve required cost, schedule, and performance outcomes. The fifth element is technical data management. The strategy for acquisition category 1 and 2 programs shall assess the long-term technical data needs for the system and reflect that assessment in both the technology development strategy and the acquisition strategy. And the final element is sustainment. The acquisition strategy should provide an overview of the sustainment-related contracts and performance-based agreements, with government and industry providers describing how the integrated product support package will be acquired for the system being supported. What are the main regulations that govern the acquisition strategy? The main regulations are Federal Acquisition Regulation 7.1 and Defense Federal Acquisition Regulation Supplement 207.1. These regulations address policies related to acquisition planning and the development of written acquisition plans. Requirements that must be addressed in the acquisition strategy include benefit analysis and needs determination, consideration of technology issues, contracting strategies, cooperative opportunities, general equipment validation, industrial base capabilities consideration, intellectual property strategy, market research, and finally, small business innovative research. Other topics that should be addressed in the acquisition strategy include describe how the program is going to satisfy each acquisition phase's goals and objectives. Describe the critical program information. Describe the knowledge and products needed from test and evaluation and their timing, to inform acquisition decisions and milestones across the life cycle. Define approach for small businesses, including small disadvantaged businesses, women-owned small business, veteran-owned small business, service-disabled small business, and historically underutilized business zones. Include a top-level integrated schedule and a summary of highlights from the Integrated Master Plan and Integrated Master Schedule. Summarize how human-system integration requirements will be integrated within the system's engineering, logistics, technology development, and resource management processes, including a summary of the risks and supporting mitigation plans. Summarize the risk management process. Address the technology development strategy. Highlight the strategy for assessing industrial and manufacturing readiness. Include a summary of the programmatic environment, safety, and occupational health evaluation. These are just a few of the other topics that should be addressed in the acquisition strategy. When developing an acquisition strategy, it is best to start with your organization's approved template. This template will make sure you cover and address all the required topics and will save you a lot of time. An acquisition strategy should not be developed in a vacuum. It is important that you involve an integrated product team in its development. You can rely on these experts to make sure the strategy has the best practical approaches. Remember that the acquisition strategy will go through numerous review cycles before approval and will be updated before each key acquisition event. Thank you for watching this tutorial on the acquisition strategy. For more information to include a template and best practices, visit the webpage. Congratulations on finishing this tutorial and thanks for visiting ACT Notes.